Hi guys, this is my channel about home brewing, and today we're doing episode number 3 in the Black IPA Mini-Series. Today we're gonna try the Black IPA who turned into a Stout from Johan H. A beer mail I kindly got sent in, which fits this mini-series very well. So let's get this into a glass, taste it, and then we'll go through the recipe and talk a little about more about Black IPA. So hang on. Okay, the BIPA who turned into a Stout. We have touched this topic a little bit more in the first 2 episodes. If you haven't watched the first 2 episodes, the first episode really ramped up into this series, and in the second episode I showed you my best Black IPA recipe. We talked about that. But I will put a card up and a link down below and all of that. But let's get this one into a glass, taste it, talk a little more about the Black IPAs and run through the recipe. It stayed very nicely there. Smoke on the opening. Let's put up the glass. And this is bottle condition. Oh, it's a little bit lively now. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that too, because that's another thing we have been talking about in this series. The long shelf life of the Black IPA, and I think that has to do with the liveliness in this one. So what we have here, we have a very lively, dark looking 3-finger off-white head. Almost light brown head, I would say. Hard to pick up much under the foam. And you see the foam is still building. Got some sweetness, malty, little light roastiness, some hops. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers, and thanks Johan for sending me this to try out. It's a little bit boozy. Comes in at 6.2%, but it is a bit boozy. Not that much hops on the flavor, but it is hoppy, all right, but not super hoppy. A little chocolate notes there, but not much. It tastes quite well fermented out, and I think it has kept on fermenting since bottling, so it might be a little bit drier than it was at first. Is this a Stout or a BIPA? It needs more hops to be BIPA, but also I don't think it's really a Stout either. Missing some of the roastiness to me, which I like in a Stout. So I think it's more of a BIPA than a Stout, Johan, but more hops, and it's a bit alcoholic to me. Otherwise, a nice beer. Let's have a look at the recipe. And so here's Johan's recipe. And the recipe also goes up on my Patreon site in the beer mail section. He used 3 kilos of pale malt, 200 grams of Carafa type 3, 200 grams of chocolate wheat, 100 grams of caramel malt, and he used East Kent Golding for bittering, 20 grams at 60, 20 grams of Chinook at 10, 20 grams of Citra at 5, 20 grams of Chinook at flame out. Was fermented with US West Coast Mangrove Jacks M44. And that's all the details I got. Please, Johan, you can put some more information down below in the comments on did you dry hop it? Ain't such a note here. I have some comments from Johan himself. Yeah, he wrote it was supposed to be a black IPA. He really likes the style. It had some more hops in the beginning, but it died off quite quick. And he might have used too much chocolate and carafa to call it a black IPA. I don't think so. I think you are fine with that. I think that a mix between carafa and chocolate wheat actually works. So I don't think it's too chocolatey. Maybe it was in the beginning. Not today. So I think it works. But yeah, I've given you my comments about it. It was a bit lively, and yeah, there is the topic of if you really need to even bottle condition beer with dark malts in it, if it has a lot of dark malts. And I think that's also the reason why we find that the black IPAs hold better over time, has a better shelf life. The dark grains brings a lot of complex sugars, and they are being fermented out in the bottles, in the keg, by the yeast for a longer time, and that's could be a factor that brings this anti-oxidizing effect that preserves the hop flavor, and also the fact that dark beers like to get lively when they have sat for a while in the bottles. Because I wasn't the only one who have experienced that black IPA holds very good over time, and I think it has to do with the dark malts and the anti-oxidizing effect. Might be, as I said, more complex sugars that takes a little longer to ferment out, and even at cold storage they are eaten but very slowly, and yeah, and the yeast are scrubbing all of the oxygen in the beer out. That's my theory. Or is it any other anti-oxidizing effect from the dark malts? Yeah, please comment down below. I will take it with me to the next video. We continue this discussion. For the next part of this series, I don't really know where we're gonna go. Timmy Jenkins promised me to ship over a black IPA, so maybe that one, or I have another black IPA, I have a keg. I think it's something left in that keg. I also think I have some brew footage from that video, and it ain't my best black IPA. I've given you the recipe for my best black IPA. Check out that video, put a card up and the link down below if I remember to do all of that. But yeah, I have another black IPA on K, so you could try that one if you want, and even if it ain't my best one up to date, we could learn from it how to make a better black IPA. Maybe we could compare that recipe to the recipe I enjoyed more. Yeah, please feel free to comment down below how this mini-series black IPA should continue, what you want to see next, what you want to see more of. Because I think black IPA is an amazing style of beer, and yeah, let's not forget about it. Let's raise it up. So join the discussion, and yeah, I'm gonna sign up now. So cheers, Johan. And thanks you all for watching. If you're new to this channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. If you want even more content and want to support my channel, why don't you check out my Patreon page and of course all of my other videos. So cheers guys, and thanks for watching. Då åkte Hans out.